Are the standards of the average American woman too high? Hello ladies, thanks for tuning in. Before we start, please like and subscribe. And don't forget that I'm hosting a free webinar for you to help you level up and attract that high value man. All the details are in my description box. It's for you to level up so that you can attract better men and also have body confidence and stand out in the crowd. So today I want to talk about the standards of the average woman, and in the title I said the average American woman, but I think it's applicable to all women because all women in the world want the same thing, but then what they really get depends on their self-esteem and also on how conditioned they are and their environment. Like if they have a lot of pick-me friends, their standards might be lower because they aren't in an environment that empower them. So that being said, I want to go over a post that I saw on YouTube. So one guy did like a big rant and all of that, and I want to go through all the points that he put. So yeah, he complained about us women and our standards and all of that and some of the behavior that we have, and I want to go through each point to see if I agree or not and have you share your opinion as well. So let's go. And by the way guys, every time I post something on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe, because like when you do that, it encourages me to post more, because if I see that you aren't interested, then there is no point for me to post, right? Because I post this for the women who are interested. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, to leave comments, because the comments are what helps me have a bigger reach. And when I have a bigger reach, we have more women in the feminine community, so we are empowering more women. So yeah, do it for yourself and also do it for the friends that you want to empower. I'm gonna put on screen here that you can have a look. So the first slide was one guy is saying that losing good women stops hitting the same when you realize how not rare they are. And actually I agree with him in the sense that there are more great women than great men. And one answer seems to agree with me. She said, yeah, men have a plethora of quality women to choose from, us women do not. This is true, but I also want you to have the abundant mindset in the sense where it only takes one. You only need one great guy. At the same time, other women aren't your competition, okay? So when you put in the work, you level up, and you have my free webinar for that. You level up, you show up as the most feminine version of yourself, you're gonna stand out and there won't be any competition. It's easier to stand out when you know what to do and you have the framework for you to guide you. So the guy answered and he said, you'll stay lying, lol. 1, you all don't know what a good and or quality man is. This is actually kind of true. Like for women who have low standards and who have a lot of traumas, they won't be able to spot the red flags. They will completely ignore red flags. So this is actually true. But for women who have high standards and who have a high self-esteem, they know what a good man is. They know how to spot the green flags. They know how to spot the green flags, and they also know how to spot the red flags. 2, you all want a successful man from day one now, and no longer want to go through his building process. Yes, that's true. We don't want to build, okay? We want a man who's already established, which is completely normal because rent is due today. And that's the same thing for men. They don't think, oh, I'm gonna date her today, and in 10 years, I know that she will take care of her appearance. It doesn't work like that. Men don't fall for your potential, so I don't know why you should fall for their potential, okay? It needs to be great today. The relationship needs to make sense today. Of course, it won't be perfect, just like us. We won't be perfect. We aren't perfect, but we thrive to be the best version of ourselves. The version that we have today is due to the past decisions that we took. So yeah, we are great today, but we thrive to be the best version of ourselves. And also keep in mind that when it comes to relationships, like we don't have the same needs, okay? So yeah, a man will need you to have, a full established business for him to be able to date you, but you require that because you can get pregnant when you date him, okay? So if you get pregnant, you need a man who can fully provide. So yeah, this is why men like that don't understand why we require a man who's successful today, because we have a high risk of pregnancy, and we need to make sure that when we get pregnant, he will take care of everything. And then you believe it's reasonable or even possible for a man to sustain and provide 100% of the finances for necessities and recreation. So you see, this man is average and he makes an average income. This is why he doesn't believe that it's possible for a man to provide fully. But you see, again, if you don't want an average man, you need to become a woman who stands out as well. So you need to know that men who are at the top of their game are high performers. So if they're high performers, they're looking for women who are into excellence. Okay? And by that, it's like a woman who is like completely focused on her goals and who thinks that she needs to deliver excellence in everything that she does. And a woman like that has high standards and she has a high self-esteem as well. And this is what you need to become. Number 4. Statistically, you already got a kid and strong possibility to kids by different men. So I want you to be careful, like don't procreate with men who aren't married to you. It's not that having kids lower your value, but what I want to say is that it doesn't make you safe, okay? You need to make sure that you're committed before having a kid. And I know that some women think, oh, he wants a kid, so it means that he wants to commit to me and he's serious and he loves me. But no, it doesn't work like that. For men, true commitment is marriage. It's not the kid, because they don't care actually, in the sense where you are the one carrying the baby anyway, and if you break up, you will be the one staying with the kid. 5. He's supposed to accept whatever trauma you have and work with you through it, but his issues are his issues and he has to keep to and fix himself. So this is applicable to both genders. Your man isn't your therapist and you aren't his therapist as well. So if you have a lot of issues, you can still date and all of that, but make sure that you have a therapist, okay? He can be a great listener, he can be sweet, kind, and all of that, but doesn't have the tools to help you overcome your challenges. So again, keep in mind that he's not your therapist. That's the same thing for him. If you feel like he has a lot of traumas, even though he's a great person and all of that, you aren't his therapist, and make sure that he's seeing a therapist, because otherwise he's not ready for a relationship. 6. You don't actually love him, you love what he can do for you. And I don't think this is a bad thing. And I believe that this is how you need to love. Because the thing that I see is that women, when they're in their wounded feminine energy, they love the guy just because they can breathe around him. Like, this is a very masculine way to fall in love, because that's the man who should be able to say that he just loves being around you. Okay? But you need to fall for him because of how well he treats you or how much he worships you. Okay? 7. You gave the best of yourself to the streets and the good just supposed to not care and ignore that, even with the daily reminder of the kids you had by him or them. A lot of men like that want to make single mothers believe that they are damaged good, but you aren't a damaged good, okay? If you are married, you had a kid with a guy. If you are married for a while, it's completely normal that you had a kid with that guy, because back then it made sense and you were committed. So it's normal that you ended up having a child. The issue is in the sense that I don't want you to be a baby mama to have kids when you aren't married. Okay, this is not high value. 8. If he doesn't like big thick girls, that cuts his pool by 60%. So a small percentage of men like bigger women, but most men like women who are in shape. And it's true that in the US, most people, not just women, most people are overweight. You have fast foods everywhere. You aren't educated in terms of nutrition, what's good for you and what isn't. And it also comes down to your social class. Like people who are in the upper class, they tend to be more easily in shape because they have access to healthy food. And it's true that healthy food costs more, but what I have noticed in the lower class and sometimes even the middle class is like women and people in general will spend more on things that aren't important, and I want you to put your health first. This is what wealthy people do, and when I talk about wealth, it's not just the money in your bank account, it's in your mind. 9. You all believe in the proving of being handled. So this one I didn't understand it, and a friend of mine translated it to me. What my friend explained to me is that a lot of women want a man who can handle them, basically. And this guy is saying that, yeah, you all want that. You want a man who puts you in your place and keep you checked and all of that, can handle your bad behavior. Listen, I want you to know that a relationship isn't supposed to be toxic. It's just like friendship. Right? You don't get into new friendship so that you can fight and all of that. It's not normal. It's not part of a healthy relationship. Of course, you can have disagreement because you won't agree with everything your friends think or even your partner. But I don't want you to think that, yeah, I want a man who can handle me when I have a bad behavior, he can put me in my place. No. I want you to ask yourself, how can I be on my best behavior for the people that I love? How can I become better? How can I be a healthier version of myself? How can I make sure that I'm not triggering others? How can I make sure that others aren't triggering me? How can I make sure that I'm in relationships and friendship where it's fulfilling and we are all growing and becoming the best version of ourselves? This is the healthy way to think. 10. You don't understand how relationships work. You believe it's supposed to be fun and successful the entire time. If when difficult times come, you start looking for the next I don't know where I'm not sure why he says that. Like, I feel like most women tend to stay in the wrong relationship for too long. So yeah. 11. You all think is the ultimate price and payment, but most of you all don't have good It's easier for a man to be satisfied in the bedroom than a woman to be satisfied in the bedroom. Most men don't have good techniques. Most men aren't educated in how to please a woman sexually, and most men watch too much porn, and some of them are even addicted to that. And most men get their mind messed up because of porn. They have unrealistic standards of how a woman is supposed to be in the bedroom. So maybe this is why he's thinking that most women don't have good 12. You're broke but constantly speak on men with way more than you financially. So he's basically saying that you can't tell a man who has more money than you anything. Basically what he's saying, that he thinks that because women are broke, we can't have the standard that we have basically when the man has money. 13. You don't know when and how to not in a never speak or disagree type way, but just knowing when to stop talking and provoking. Okay, what I'm getting from this is like this man is used to toxic women and is used to being in toxic relationships, and with everything that he's putting here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's toxic himself. 14. You all will play with a man's relationship with his kids. In most cases like that, when a woman doesn't want a man to see his kids, it's because he doesn't want to pay child support. 15. Your attractiveness scales are off. Most women are unattractive. Average isn't common and beautiful is rare. That's not even considering age. So, your age doesn't mean anything, and there are women who are 50 who still get hit on in front of their husband. So, what matters is the way you take care of yourself, and it's true that most women don't take care of their appearance when they become, active and they have a job and they have so much to take care of, and it makes sense because that's still energy, like going to the gym and all of that is energy. And this is the reason why I have my free webinar where I'm gonna teach you how to automate things so that you don't even need to rely on discipline or motivation to look good. 16. You'll always assume and accuse cheating. Well, if you know that you aren't a cheater, why would you be worried? You see, and it's your job as well to make her feel secure in the relationship. 17. You all can cook. So, if a man provides and pays for everything, I think it's okay for him to want a woman who cooks most of the time, but I also think that he needs to take her out on dates, and if the woman doesn't like cooking, because I don't think that you need to enjoy that, well, then he needs to make enough so that he can hire a chef. So, let me know what you think in the comment section, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.